Hi, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Corey.
And we're a mother and daughter team, and we're talking to you today here in Renton, Washington.
We got started in 2007 when I founded an initiative called Green Halloween. And Green Halloween came out of an idea that I had while I was trick-or-treating with my girls in 2006. And as we went door to door, a few of the homes gave out bubbles and stickers and some things that weren't conventional candy. And instead of the kids being disappointed, they were actually really thrilled and excited, jumping up and down, look what we got, and thank you. And so the moms and I in this group kind of, wondered about that. Why aren't they so excited about the conventional candy that's being handed out? And we realized that kids today are probably a bit overexposed to candy. It's not that they like it any less than we did, but nowadays it's everywhere. It's at birthday parties, at the dry cleaners, it's accessible all the time. The following Halloween, I put out this idea called Green Halloween, and it was kind of an experiment. We didn't know if it was gonna work. And the idea was an educational push to see if we could keep all the fun and all the great memories, but put out some ideas that would make it, again, a little bit healthier, a little bit more earth-friendly. And the community just, rose up, everybody came out of the woodwork to help, and it was phenomenal. And together, we launched this initiative, and a year later, it went nationwide. It was the internet that really got the word out, and moms started sharing with other moms and blogging about it, and hey, have you heard about this, and hey, have you guys checked out the Green Halloween tips? And that was what brought it nationwide, and it wasn't even our intention originally. It was just this little Seattle initiative. We were just going to see how that worked. So it really was moms that wanted to share it and get the word out. And so from there, we created a little kit that parents could go into their neighborhoods and they could share with their neighbors and say, hey, what do you think about, some of these ideas? They could go into their schools, malls that are, doing trick-or-treating. They could get the information and kind of put it out in any way that they want to. What we're really trying to do is to get the information out in as big a way as possible, but not tell people what they have to do. We're not trying to tell people, here's how you have to celebrate a Green Halloween. You have to do, 1, 2, 3. We're putting all these ideas out there and seeing what resonates with people. So for some people, it may be swapping conventional candy for, some pencils made out of recycled money. It could be swapping conventional candy for organic candy. It could be just handing out one instead of a handful because it's healthier for kids, it costs less, and it creates less waste. It uses less resources. It may be instead of going to the costume shop and buying a new costume, taking your kids on a hunt through your house and finding, making a costume out of something that you already have. It could be being sure to compost your pumpkins. So, we're putting all these ideas out there, and different people are, getting excited about different things. And that's really the whole point. I think that's part of what makes it a successful grassroots initiative, is that you and you and you can say, I'm excited about this and I'm gonna, take that on.
That was the beginning, and when Corey first came up with this idea about Halloween, I said to her, you know what? This isn't just about Halloween. This is about every holiday and celebration. We celebrate a lot in this country. If you take the biggies like Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween, and then you add in birthdays and anniversaries and weddings and baby showers, we are a celebrating nation. We're constantly celebrating. So all of these ideas that started out with Green Halloween can be applied to any holiday or celebration. And I think most people aren't aware that there's tremendous waste associated with every single thing that we do, and especially celebrations. So we're out there, as we say, changing the world one celebration at a time. Our idea is that there's a range of options for people. There isn't just one answer. So whether you're just kind of putting your toe in the green or you are a confirmed environmentalist, there are plenty of things that you can do. And so the book idea came out of that thought, that we want to show people all of the alternatives. We thought there's a book in here. We just didn't plan to do it so quickly. And what happened was, almost within, I would say, a week or two after the first Green Halloween, a woman had called us and said she'd like to interview Corey for a book that she was writing. And Corey spoke to her and gave her some input, and she said, hey, have you ever thought of a book? And this was, like I said, 2 weeks maybe after Green Halloween, and within another 2 weeks we had a book contract. And we had no idea how we were going to get this done, because the company that was doing it said, the editor said, we need the book in 6 weeks.
There was no planning. There was no, do you want to work together? Mm-hmm. She just was like, okay, I'm going to help with this and you do that. And I said, I'm going to do this and you do that. And it just happened. And then all of a sudden, the first Green Halloween was over and we had a massive amount of press and emails. And I mean, it's just snowballed. People from all over the country saying, hey, when are you going to bring this to us, next year? So we just kind of burst onto the scene and started doing that. And then when the book happened, I remember saying to her, can we really do this? Can we really write a book in 6 weeks? Oh, sure, no problem. Totally, we can do it. And I said, okay, yeah, let's sign the contract. And then we did, and then she said, oh my gosh, I don't know how we're gonna do this. And I was like, what? You just told me that we could. She's like, well, yeah, of course, but I don't know that we actually can. We had no idea how we were going to do it, but instead of thinking about it and spending time, we just jumped in and did it. And however it worked, it truly was, I can't imagine two people working better together in that type of situation. She would write something and I would edit, I would write something, she would edit. We just kind of mixed it together and it was a very organic process. And all of a sudden we had this book on our hands, and when we read through it the first time, I remember calling my mom and I was like, who wrote this? This is a great book. I love this book, And it happened so fast that it kind of flowed out of us. It was almost like it didn't have time to even really stick. And I'm so proud of that project and of what we did. And I really hope that we can do more things like that.
We're just saying you can continue to do the things you've always done if that's what you want, or you can make a step in direction of helping the planet, helping kids' health, families, so on and so forth, by taking any of these ideas. So whether it's Halloween or whether you're talking about wrapping, which is a big issue for us, the wrapping paper that people toss, use once and it's gone. So yeah, you can wrap in magazine pages or newspaper pages or comics, which a lot of people tell us they do, or you can use cloth wraps that can be used over and over and over again, and they can even have sentiment attached, because my mom passed away a few years ago and left me a whole stack of silk scarves, and I'm just not a scarf wearing type of gal, So what do I do with these silk scarves? Well, what I now do is I wrap gifts to give to my grandchildren. And what happens then is not only do they love the silks, because kids love playing with silks, but they've got something from their great grandmother. So what does that do? It adds value to the gift. It is a recycling project, and they can use those forever for as long as they want. And if you give a gift wrapped in a silk scarf to a friend, then ask her, would you pass this on? So they're all lengths that you can go to, or you can do one tiny step in any aspect of celebrating. And I think on the community level, what's happened is that people are taking these ideas and putting their own spin on it, which is exactly what we wanted to happen. Whether you're in Florida or you're in Hawaii, there are things that you can do in your community, and that's what we're trying to do.
There aren't so many opportunities to do something fun and to tackle, big issues. And so what we're seeing is that people are like, oh my God, this is, so fun, and I'm making a difference. And so if we can pull our communities and our children, our families, our schools, our neighborhoods together around these ways of really making a true impact and a true difference while they're having fun, we really think that this type of thing will grow exponentially. We're trying to make, making a difference around the holidays and celebrations, practical, affordable, easy, and fun. And we're enjoying seeing what communities are doing with that. I would say that I think that if somebody has a dream or an idea, to surround themselves by people who are supportive of that dream and that idea and can help them kind of craft it and to see how to bring that idea to fruition.
I think you have to go for your dreams. And whether they turn out well or not, you're going to have learned something. You're going to have these incredible experiences. Most people do. There's something inside of them that, if only I could do this, or if only I could be this. And I think it's important that people follow those things.